Permafrost Empire Anastasia. So here we go. Okay, the sound is on. Alright, here we go. Okay, the sound is on. Taco Freaks do, bro. Hi, how you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Reality space anchor attached. Reality verification complete. Establishing shadow border's existence. 0 cell return successful. I say, I'm alive. I'm alive. My limbs have never felt so solid. It's like I've gained several kilograms since we're in void space. Attention, an anchor plate came loose during re-entry. Further 0 cells currently impossible. Well, yep. Thought about that. Please replenish materials and food supplies and perform regular repairs and tune-ups on the shadow border to ensure future safe travels. I see. It's a wonder the shadow border held up this well given the less than ideal circumstances in which we did it. We're back on Earth. We can go outside fresh air at last. I know, I wonder what it's like outside now. We're not bobbing around, so we're probably on land. Quit shoving. I know how you feel, but I can't unlock the door until you settle down. Let's see. First, we release this bolt. Well, now, I suppose I ought to have expected this. Who wouldn't be curious about the state of the world now, given the circumstances? It is, after all, our home. We have fought so hard to protect it. The miracle of our return from such a perilous voyage no doubt pales in comparison. Indeed, I would expect nothing less from Caldea's stat. Though I must say, oh whoops, I pressed the wrong button. I must say it's a tad too dazzling for me to view directly. Everyone's rushing around towards the cockpit emergency exit. Are you sure you don't want to join them, senpai? You better believe I'm gonna go check it out right away. Not you too, Dante Yeager. Damn it, what about me? Is it okay if I leave the monitor for a little, Holmes? I want to see what it's like out there with my own 2 eyes. I'm sorry, Mr. Minori, but someone has to stay here and keep an eye on the monitor. After all, I too have been waiting with bated breath to see what lies on the other side of that door. Oh, is that so? Fine. What do I care? I'm just a sad, lonely geek anyway. Minori always gets the shaft, so why should things change now? I'm glad we established that. The emergency exit is opening. Senpai, we're finally going to have some natural light. Light? It's freezing! How very cold is it? My coat is frosting over. Quick, close the door! Yes, sir. Well, that was fucking pointless. Phew, I thought I was done for. But that snowfield we saw for a brief moment. Man, that was a close one. Good thing I cranked up the heat. Where the, is everyone okay? You know better than to just open the door the moment we stop in some strange part of the world. I trust you've all learned your lesson. Yes, no more going outside after a zero cell until we finish checking the conditions around the anchor point. Failing to follow the protocol could be hazardous to your health. Now, are you all ready to hear my report? Da Vinci Lily. I think that's how you spell her name, right? Yeah, Da Vinci. There we go. Yes, I'm terribly sorry for acting carelessly. So, what's going on with that blizzard? It's a perfectly ordinary blizzard, just like the ones we're all well acquainted with by this point. There's no atmospheric pollution and no hostiles in the area. Presently, the shadow border is smack dab in the middle of a blizzard. The odd bit is that it's 100 degrees below zero out there. Ooh, fuck. So, if you plan to go outside and want to live more than a couple minutes, you'll need some serious cold protection. And if that wasn't enough, take a look at this footage. Holy shit. What is this? Is that an aurora and a storm? It looks like a massive supercell. Ugh. How am I supposed to figure out the scale here with no frame of reference? It does look like it's rather big, but... Oh, it's big alright. Ready to have your mind blown? This storm is literally endless. What? How can a storm be endless? That's fucking weird. I guess this is what you expect from Lostbelts. There's always something cringy. There's not even... It covers every inch of Russia like a wall around the entire world. Oh right, this is Russia. I kind of feel bad for Russians that the only thing we ever talk about them is their freaking codes. And the aurora blocks all kinds of electromagnetic waves, so it's completely impossible to break through. I can tell some of you want to write it off as just a storm, but you really shouldn't. This storm could tear steel apart, level entire cities, and destroy the world as we know it. No wonder people thought of it as a god during the Age of Gods. Remember, storms are the single most powerful source of naturally produced energy on the planet. And one this massive is bound to be raging around with all the energy of a nuclear bomb. It stretches as far as the eye can see. Humanity has yet to invent anything in the way of a vehicle capable of breaking through a storm like this. Nothing could get through this storm. No weapon, no vehicle, nothing. Which means that even once we get the shadow border up and running, we won't be able to leave this place. In short, we are trapped in a world about which we know nothing. Dang. Now, Goldoff. At least we are no longer in any immediate danger. Are you sure about that? You might want to check again and see. For that matter, the zero cell was incredibly dangerous in its own right, since it inverted our very existence into the negative zone. Oof. I have no idea what he's talking about, but that sounds really, really dangerous. I believe it would benefit our chances of survival tremendously if we were to regroup here. Well, it is certainly an emergency, and we do need to regroup. Da Vinci, does the shadow border possess the ability to camouflage itself? It actually should. Of course it does. This vessel designs to handle the void. It's got tons of. Why is this thing going so fast? I got tons of. Wait. It's got tons of features. In fact, it has optimal and conceptual camouflage. It messes with all the observing being perceptions and senses. This damn sun. Eesh. You're still gonna see the sun beaming on my face. Then for the moment, mate, we needn't worry about danger finding us from the outside. That, of course, does not account for possible problems from the inside. Grr, why do we only have one blanket per person? And why are you being so stingy with the heat? Don't you realize it's getting colder in here by the minute? Do you want us to freeze to death? What other choice do we have, Goldolf? We've got to save all the power we can right now. Deal with it. I love how smug she is when she says, deal with it. Besides, the way things are going, we probably starve to death before we freeze to death, since I don't see us finding more food in this mess. Hey, if it comes down to it, I bet the new director outlives us all. So we don't have anything left to eat. Don't worry, we still have a little bit left. I'm just saying we need to find more food, and soon. Indeed, food is but one of several problems we face. Let us take stock of our current situation. I've got a reading on the temperature out there. It's exactly what technical advisor Da Vinci-san said it was. 100 degrees below zero. Jesus Christ. That is definitely something. No human being could survive in this. As for our position, it looks like we're somewhere in Russia. I mean, yeah, we're definitely in Russia. Russia, damn. So Holmes is right. We have literally fallen right into the Oprichniki Labs. I am gonna have to I'm gonna have to look up this name because I keep butchering the hell out of it. Jesus. Hey, but hang on, just a moment. Whoops. But hang on, how is that possible? I know we were adrift for some time, but how could we reach Russia from Antarctica? We would have had to sail halfway across the world for that to happen. Did void space make that possible? I mean, yeah, void space does that. More or less, in voice-based, real-world distance has no meaning. Instead, the distance we can travel corresponds exactly with the time it takes to calculate coordinates and verify our existence. Now, take a look at the paper moon. EX Foca. It's a high sanitizer. What the hell is that supposed to mean? That's a two-dimensional world map. I can see several locations that seem to be layered differently than the rest of the map. So, Pre-Gusia dos Nordestes EX Foca. So they are. I didn't notice at first since this thing loops around on itself, but you're right. It reminds me of the 7 singularities that cause the incineration of humanity, though of course the current circumstances differ substantially. The 7 singularities existed at different points in time, a vertical axis. But in this time period, these 7 abnormal regions exist simultaneously. And Russia, where we are now, is one such region. Are they singularities? It's too early to tell. Given what Kuritaria said during his transmission, I believe these regions are not the past, but the present, the future. God, so cold. But I finished looking over the shadow border. Oh shit. Excuse me for that. Hang on, let me check because that just happened. Okay, so that's there. It says, nice work. You must have been freezing even in just the few short minutes you were out there. So, how's my baby holding up? Well, frankly, it won't be possible to make repairs. For starters, we don't have a logical formula to let us withstand void space, nor do we have the armor plating we would need to carve the formula into. Yeah. And well, the engine's not in great shape after we overtaxed it. Oh, that's not good. We'll need at least a little time to get it back up and running. Brr, it's so cold, but at least it's not as bad now. It should warm up a little once I get to Midway. As long as we avoid working at night, we should be able to get by with just our snowsuits. Glad to hear it. Make sure you grab a hot shower before you catch cold or anything. This is the one time you'll get to rest up as much as you want. In fact, maybe you'd prefer a hot bath. No thank you, a hot towel would do. We really have no conserved electricity now, after all. Good, let us take matters one problem at a time. At the moment, our most pressing concern is this Singularity S location. I trust our new director has no issue with us investigating this land and correcting the problem. New director? No, not at all. As a devoted Magecraft practitioner myself, I cannot turn a blind eye to this matter. If there is a singularity to be corrected, we must do so simply as a matter of course. I really hope we find a way to ditch this fat ass somewhere. Hopefully he can survive safely, but definitely ditch him. I don't want him dead, I just don't want him here. Furthermore, the Shadow Border's armor is damaged and we are unable to move from our current location. In which case, one of us must venture out and find someone with whom we can barter or negotiate and arrange for a suitable replacement for our missing armor plates. And fix the singularity while they are at it. I've got this. I see you are quite eager to help, Mr. Yeager, perhaps even recklessly so, but for the moment, I will spare you the lecture. You may not currently have any service capable of aiding you in battle, but you are still a master. Furthermore, you are far and away the most experienced fighter out of everyone here. At this point, you are the only one we can send to investigate this area. It will be extremely dangerous. As the administrative advisor, I'm ashamed I must ask this of you. Then, will you be escorting Senpai as his bodyguard, Holmes? Naturally. I will do so to the best of my ability. Field work is, of course, one of my many specialties. Now, regarding your magecraft, your mystic code. Wait! That won't do at all. Director Goldoff? Holmes, you're one of our precious new fighters. Few fighters. As the only servant capable of handling this situation, I forbid you from leaving this vehicle. This armored car is the last bastion of humanity itself. There must be a combat-ready servant here to defend it. So, you are to stay here and do exactly that, Holmes. Understood? And that is a direct order from your commander. Oh, if it's just a servant you need, there's another one right here, you know. Or have you already forgotten about me and my genius? You're not a real servant. You're just an imitation who lost any combat abilities you may have once had. Holmes is the only real fighter we have, and we can't afford to send him out into a dangerous area we still know nothing about. Wait a minute. Are you sure about that? Because I'm pretty sure she's strong enough to actually fight. If she is a caster class, so she has high magic. Dante Yeager, during our investigation, you adamantly refused to cooperate with us, correct? Each and every time we asked you if a certain report was all made up and insisted that you never actually saved the world. All you said was Chaldea fulfilled its mission admirably. Heh, not bad for a youngster like yourself. Indeed, I commend your attitude. As such, I see no problem whatsoever with my plan. You're a proven warrior, as you demonstrated by repairing the past singularities. What sort of director would I be if I didn't trust a proven master? A poor excuse for one, that's what. And so, I am placing my implicit trust in you. So listen up, you are to go on this expedition alone. The rest of us will rally instructions to you from this operation room. What? You can't make Senpai handle this alone? Does that mean you are withdrawing the testimony you provided to the inquiry board? Were your claims that Chaldea had not been sitting around merely twiddling its thumbs for the last year no more than lies? I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna kill this fat ass. I swear to God, I will kill him. I'll go, of course I'll go. Indeed, both Mr. Dante Yeager and the new director are correct. The Shadow Border's destruction would mean the end of humanity itself. It is indeed important that we investigate the area, but we must concentrate the bulk of our efforts on keeping the Shadow Border and the Paper Moon safe. Therefore, I will remain to guard the ship border and do whatever I can to aid the expedition from here. All that said, the fact remains that it would also be reckless to send Mr. Dante Yeager out on his own. It is 100 degrees below zero outside, and there is no telling what else may be lying in wait. I know that. I won't send him off without a buddy. Let's see. One of you called me an old man. What was his name again? Sante Pichkata? Oh, crap. It's the cooking method that uses butter and lemon juice. Wow. At 2, Dante Yeager? That's it. Minore. Hey. Get your armaments in order. You will be joining Dante Yeager on his expedition. No, you will not be sending this nerd with me. Because he is next to useless. God, I knew it. Why me? You're an operator. Your job is to man the controls and keep an eye on the monitors. Now that the border is part, this is simply the best way for you to make yourself useful. Besides, if worse comes to worse, I know someone who can fill in as the driver. I mean, you're not wrong, but damn it, I guess I got no choice. Wait! I'll go with Senpai. I believe that would be the best possible option. For one thing, I have even fewer ways to be useful here than Mr. Minore does. And I can also fight for brief periods, just like I did at Chaldea. I guess that's true, but I am afraid that is a course of action I cannot support. What about you, Da Vinci? I hate to say it, but I do think Dante Yeager will need a companion, and Mach is an old hand when it comes to investigating unexplored areas by now. As long as she agrees not to engage in combat as a servant unless absolutely necessary and focus solely on providing support. She's the best partner Dante Yeager could ask for. It's not my place to try to stop her. Hey, Mush. Yes, Senpai. Let's go explore this place together. Of course, Master. I'd be happy to accompany you on this expedition. Good, good. Fortunately, I expected something like this might happen one day, so I suppose this is as good a time as any to show you the mystic code I made for exploring polar regions. Here you go, Dante Yeager, and Marsh, here's a snowsuit I made just for you. Excellent. Then be off with you. And whatever you do, do not throw your lives away, understood? If you must die, make sure you find a valuable lead before you do so. Seriously, you really need to work on your goodbyes. What was wrong with that? I thought it was quite the encouraging speech. Wow, you are serious. You're a noble through and through, aren't you? I'm amazed you managed to survive this long without dying in solitude. Did you just luck out and get a really good mate or something? I'll have you know I have never experienced solitude once in my life. My tutor, Tato the Fourth, was so strict she would barely leave me alone. Grr, what an impudent little familiar. If only you acted as cute as you look. I'm sorry, I want that fat ass to be gone. Oh, thank God. Oh, wait. Not thank God. Not thank God. I am so screwed. Alright. Well, here we go. There we go. It can't hurt to wear a snowsuit over your Arctic Mystico. Not that it's likely to do much good when it's freaking 100 degrees below out there. Listen, I know what Godal said, but make sure you don't go taking any unnecessary risks. Just take it easy and focus on staying alive first and foremost. Don't worry about that. It'd be a hell of a waste if I die now, after all. Right? There's all sorts of fun things out there just waiting for you to experience. I knew you had potential, Dante Yeager. Once this is all taken care of, you'll have to come check out my hometown sometime. You haven't lived until you've seen France, you know. He is French, isn't he? Oh, and Mosh, I don't want you overdoing it either, got it? I know that you really helped us out back at Caldea. But the fact is, you've got serious limits as a demi-server, so if you encounter any hostiles, you just focus on keeping your distance. All the more so if Dante Yeager's in a tight spot. Whatever it takes, you two better make it back here alive. We will. Thank you, Mr. Minore. Oh, and Dante Yeager, you take this. This is... Listen up, we're going to investigate the surrounding area first. Once we find something of interest, we'll let you know and tell you where to go. If you can manage to secure a ley line, you should be able to summon servant skin. As for power, you'll just have to make do somehow. Maybe take advantage of a natural phenomenon. A natural phenomenon? I bet Da Vinci and Holmes figured something out. You're the one who took care of all those singularities. I don't have to tell you what an accomplishment that is. You've met at least one or two servants who are crazy enough to answer a summon no matter the circumstances. So, as long as you can get the bare minimum of energy into that spirit origin graph, you ought to be able to summon at least one servant. You probably won't be able to get a really strong one though. Our magical energy supply here, it doesn't hold a candle to Caldea's. But even so, any heroic spirit you can get to help you would be a godsend at this point. So, do what you gotta to make that happen. Got it. Honestly, I have no idea what's coming. The doctor is gone, and so's more than half our staff. I never thought things could get even worse than they were back in Orleans. But here we are, and just like back then, you're our only hope, Dante. Good luck. You can count on me. I know, we can. Oh, and if it's not asking too much, try to find some fish. Do that and I'll treat you to some of the best home cooking you've ever had. I'm all set to go, Master. Oh God, she's adorable. Let's go. An eggplant became a purple penguin. Man, what a blizzard. The destroyer of humanity is coming with us. Fu, are you going to be okay in this coat? He's burrowed into my coat. Testing. Hello, can you guys hear me? You can. Great. Looks like we've got comms working. Not sure what kind of range we'll get in the storm though. Now then, the first order of business will be to look for a ley line. Here's what I'm thinking. Start by heading north, then turn east. If you still haven't found a ley line after a while, then you can continue west. Once that's done, come back to the shadow border before you check out the south. What do you think of that? Any thoughts to share? Am I doing a better job than me? You're the same dependable Da Vinci you always were. Great, glad to hear it. Alright, I'll be checking in every 5 minutes, so if you stop hearing from me, that's your cue to turn around and head back. Got that, you two? Got it. Understood, Da Vinci. Oh, and let me be clear about one more thing. If you encounter any locals, leave the negotiations to us. No, absolutely not. Even over comms, I can cast a simple charm spell to win over any ordinary human you run into. A charm spell? Maybe we should only use that as a last resort, Director. Charm spells do work quickly, but their effects also wear off rapidly as well. There would be no way of knowing when our unwitting collaborator might return to their senses. As such, I believe it would be both safer and wiser for you to employ your natural charm here. Should we encounter any locals, I believe the best thing to do would be for Mr. Daltaega to initiate the negotiations. Once both parties have reached a mutual understanding, we can then have them come to the border. I see. Indeed, my own natural charisma would be the surest way to succeed. Very well. We shall use your plan then. Da Vinci, is there any pomade to be found in this card? I'll need to make sure my hair is perfect for the occasion. First impressions are everything after all. Sure, I can whip something up that'll do the trick. Damn, Holmes, you played him like a fiddle. Well, I am the world's greatest detective. Besides, I wasn't being entirely untruthful. Godov does have a certain dignity. The sort that comes from being raised in a distinguished noble family. And that is something that Mr. Daltaega can and should do without. I'm so glad he realizes that. Okay, Master, let's start heading north. This blizzard really does go as far as the eye can see, and it seems the temperature has dropped even lower since we left. Yeah, it's really cold. Yeah, it's really cold. Only cold, eh? You have my amazing mystic coat to thank for that. The temperature you're experiencing right now can freeze hot water or turn a banana hard enough to use as a hammer. Okay, that's enough heading north. Now try going east. Understood. Okay, Master, let's head east. Master, take a look at that. What? And what exactly? All I can see is snow. That doesn't look like the bands of light we saw in the singularity. What could it be? A skyscraper, a tower? Maybe it's a tree. Whatever it is, it's certainly enormous. What was that noise, Da Vinci? Yep, I'm detecting a hostile from here. Looks like a low-rank phantasmo, maybe a demonic beast? Just one of them, but it's headed your way from the east, and it looks to be spoiling for a fight. Got it. Let's get out of here, Mosh. Yes, Master, let's head south. What was that roar? I'm picking up new hostile. It was at Dante Jaeger's 12 and 9 o'clock. And another one at his 6. They're surrounded. Oh god, now there's 6 more. That cry earlier must have signaled others. They just keep coming. So they know to surround their prey. These creatures would appear to understand how to hunt. Which means there is an established ecosystem even in this frigid world. But that is a matter for later. Mr. Dante Jaeger Da Vinci, I'm sorry to ask you to break the rules right off the bat. Miss Currylight, I trust you know what to do. Make your way through the demonic beast to the south and return here at once. Wait, what's going to happen if you lead a huge pack of demonic beasts here? Remember, the shadow border is the very last bastion of humanity. Yeah. At any rate, I'll find the weakest point in their formation and try to break through. Master, your orders, please. Alright, just don't push yourself too hard. Yes, Master. What the hell? Alright. Yo, what the hell is going on here? Why the fuck? Yeah, Masha's at a clear disadvantage here. What the? Damn, I feel so bad. Creep chat. Battle finished. Good. Thanks, Mosh. Now, let's get out of here. Yeah. Yes, Master. We need to make our escape while we can. Ooh. Ah! Mosh! A gun? A rifle? In point of fact, judging by the sound one wielded, it would seem like a skilled marksman, considering they incapacitated the beast with a single shot to the head. Well done. Take this. Are you guys nuts? What were you thinking, running it right into the middle of a Kerchat pack? Huh? I'm guessing you guys came from the capital looking for something to eat, but you're not gonna have much more luck out here in the boonies, eh? Either. What the? A wolfman? What the hell are you guys? Why is your skin so smooth? We're human, obviously, but apparently you're not. Wait, please wait. We just want to talk. Wait a second. Are you guys mages? Huh? Damn it. Come on, follow me. Kerchats are cowards, but if you stick around too long, they'll call more friends and overwhelm you. He just hefted that large demonic beast like it was nothing. Hey, come on, move it. Let's go along with him, Mosh. Right. I'll bring up the rear, Master. Damn it, the curry cheese are restless today. What you guys do to get them so worked up, the Kerchats? I don't know. Come on, keep moving. Otherwise, the Kerchat will have you for dinner unless their noise attracts a Dynamo Tron first. What the fuck is that supposed to be? I'm sorry, what's a Diavotron? A giant serpent with multiple heads that can wipe out an entire village easy as you like. Now, don't you guys know anything? Obviously not. So we met a wolf man. This is weird. It says, okay, we're here. Damn it. The Oprichniki are on patrol. They'll collect my kill as taxes. Listen up. Don't let any other Yaga see you. They are always looking for more sacrifices for the Oprichniki. Oprichniki? We gotta find somewhere to hide. Right. Huh? What's with you guys? Aha, I see how it is. The Oprichniki are after you guys. Come with me, and any enemy of the Oprichniki is a friend of mine. I think I can help you out if you have something to offer in return. Master? Let's go. Let's ask for his help. Help. You, Colden, and have less pride than I thought. Well, whatever. Let's just take it nice and easy. Hey, if it isn't Petri, try to stay out of sight. Huh? Do you smell that weird scent too? Is it coming from those two? It's coming from the this demonic beast. Obviously didn't bleed out properly. No leisure for the poor, huh? You sure you're gonna make it through the winter like that? Guess you're not worried about yourself, huh? Aha, nope. I've got plenty stored away. If you ever find yourself running low on food, how about I sell you some on the cheap? But you will have to tell me where your best hunting grounds are. I'll think about it. See you around. Hey, your little friends there wouldn't be with the rebel army, would they? Because if they are, you know I gotta report them to the Oprishniki SARS degree and all. If these guys turn out to be with the rebel army, I'm gonna tell the Oprishniki you and I are the best of friends. Come on, cut that out. We're not friends. We barely know each other. You sure about that? Because we've been having a good long talk for a while now. Can't you feel everyone else watching us? Damn it. Alright, let's hurry up and get to my house before anyone else comes sniffing around. Good, the Oprishniki still don't know you're here. Thank you so much. Don't need your thanks. Just give me something as compensation. It's all about bartering, right? Something, huh? What should we do, senpai? What information suffice? Ah, what the hell is that? Magecraft-based communication. Since you realize those two are mages, I assure you some kind possess a deep knowledge of magecraft. What? I know. But judging from your response, it appears that your kind have only ever heard of magecraft, am I correct? Oh, so it's not actually real. I assure you it is. I am speaking to you in person, albeit from a great distance. Now, as I was saying, if we possess any information that may be of use to you, we are happy to provide it. Don't suppose you know of any good hunting grounds, do you? If the location of a Kerchat nest would suffice, then yes, we have found a number of them. Kerchat nests, huh? Nice. Those things are pushovers. Pushovers, those? Well, yeah, you can actually kill them as long as you shoot them or hit them hard enough. Way better than the demonic beasts who just won't die. Very well. I'm prepared to share the location of these Kerchat nests. So first, I would appreciate you telling us everything you know about this place. Whoa, wait. Introductions first. What's your name? My name, huh? They say that if you ever tell a Kobdun your name, you'll be cursed. Excuse me, but what are these Kobdun? I can tell you mean us, but beyond that, it means mage. I've never seen one myself before, but there's a whole bunch of them in the Imperial family, right? Then again, Koldon or not, you don't seem like much of a threat. I doubt you can curse anyone if you tried. True, I've never been very good at curses. Alright, my name is Patscree. Now, who are you guys? I'm Muscarelite. Sherlock Holmes. I'm Dante Yeager. Sherlock and Dante, huh? Alright, now what are you guys? If the Oprishniki are after you, does that mean you're with the rebel army? Rebel army? Hang on, we're not Where do I begin? Maybe I should try asking some questions. Well, are you or aren't you? First, we have a few questions of our own. I don't think so. First, you need to answer my... What year is it right now? Huh? Holmes is right. That's the first thing we need to confirm. It is abnormally cold even for Russia. It can't possibly be the Russia we know. That could mean we're in a different time period, just like the singularities. I don't know why you're asking such a stupid question, but fine. It's 2020. What about it? I see. What about the enormous storm? It appears to be nothing so much as a solid wall composed of incredibly powerful winds. Is that normal? Hell no, it's not. Been living here in Russia for 20 years and I've never seen anything like it before. Is it true what they say about the world getting closed off? It would seem that it is. As of right now, the only place we can confirm actually exists is Russia. We came here from beyond Russia to see if we can't do something about it. Beyond? You mean from outside Russia? I don't know what they're talking about. What could he mean outside Russia? There is nothing outside Russia. Any land people could have lived on should be long gone by now. I guess they could be from the boonies, but then again, they're not Yaga either. Maybe there really are still other nations out there. Alright, I can tell you got your own stuff you're dealing with, but I'm not gonna pry. Not looking for friends. So then, why is a bunch of outsiders like you on the outs with the Oprichniki? Unfortunately, your guess is as good as ours. We still don't even know what they really are. That being the case, we would tremendously appreciate if you could tell us. What are the Oprichniki? You're kidding me. How did you survive this long without knowing even that? The Oprichniki are brutal hunters, Ivan the Terrible's personal bodyguards. Ivan the Terrier? The Terrible? Wasn't he a Russian Tsar? Yes, he was. If you know that much, then more detailed explanations can wait. Wait a moment. Patricky just told us that this is still the year 2020. If it is, why would Ivan the Terrier's bodyguards still be around? Maybe he's a servant. Huh? A servant? You guys have some pretty bizarre questions. Ivan the Terrible is alive and well. He's been around for almost 500 years, so he's the oldest. So he's the oldest Yaga of all. What? I take it the Yaga are your kind. That's right. Geez, you outsiders really don't know anything, do you? How the hell do you all survive this long being this ignorant? You been living under a rock the last few hundred years or something? Then again, they do say this kind of ignorance is common for mages. Would you tell us about your history? I can only give you a brief overview. You do know about the Great Cold Wave that happened 450 years ago, right? The new ice age they say happened after a meteor struck the planet. Once that hit, Earth turned into a ice planet. It got so cold that the old species, the humans, couldn't survive here anymore. They say that none of the other countries were able to handle the cold, so their population died out. But Russians have always dealt with the cold, so we had it better here. Even so, we still lost about 90% of our population. Hell, we nearly lost the whole damn country. So before that could happen, Ivan the Terrible and a mage developer playing. We, the Yaga, are the result. Does that mean you're a mix of demonic beast and human? What the? Who are you? And why you're so tiny? And why are you so tiny? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a passing genius doing as geniuses do. So, the people of Russia were combined with demonic beasts via some kind of magecraft? Do you have that right? Do I have that right? Yeah, got it in one. Not that I remember any of it myself, though. I've been a Yaga my whole life. This is my first time ever seeing the old human species. I see. That explains quite a lot. Thank you, Patchki. Now, who are you guys anyway? Hey, where will Chaldea? Chaldea? An organization tasked with the preservation of humanity and saving the world. Now I have even more questions. Basically, we're here to save the world. Huh? Well, ain't that something? So, are you like a bunch of idiots then? I understand how fantastical that must sound, but I assure you we are deadly serious. Well, whatever. Whatever nutty plan you guys got up your sleeves, if it'll shake things up around here, I'm all for it. After all, you're the first outsiders I've ever seen in my life. Anyways, I'll do you a favor and forget I ever heard your nonsense. Just hurry it up with the hunting ground info. Very well then. Show me a map and I will tell you where to go. You better not be pulling my tail about this. Alright, this is our town here. So this is the Yaga Smolniks. And this city far up to the northeast must be Yaga Moscow. In that case, this spot here is one of the hunting grounds I discovered earlier. Just so you guys know, I may hate the Opushniki, but I hate liars even more. Now stay put until I get back, got it? We're not going anywhere, don't worry. We'll hold down the fort while you're gone. Good. But don't go touching my food. I'm saving it all to make it through the winter. Looks like he's gone to check out those hunting grounds. By the way, Holmes, can I pick your brain for a moment? What is this place? Why have humans been combined with demonic beasts? That violates one of Magecraft's strictest taboos. Is this what all singularities are like? It would hardly be unusual for one. What is abundantly clear is that this is not our own history. Still. What is it, Master? Something seems different about this singularity. Regardless, we now know that the opponent you two must face is Ivan the Terrible, a version of him who has somehow managed to survive for approximately 500 years, strange as that might sound. The Opushniki were indeed Ivan the Terrible's personal guards. Now then, Goldoff, allow me to ask you something. Yes, what is it, Holmes? Are you certain the Opushniki you defeated was not in fact human? Oh yes, absolutely. He dissolved into nothing once I socked him with a good golf punch. From the look of it, I would guess he was a familiar of some sort. I concur. I too sensed nothing human about them during my own skirmishes. Originally, the Opushniki were a corps of soldiers established by Ivan the Terrible himself. It is said they dressed completely in black, carried around dog heads and whips made of bristling animal pelts, and only rode black horses. Their job was to eradicate the Tsar's enemy. It is said they would set upon their opponents like dogs and clean them out as swiftly as a broom gathering dust. They swore absolute loyalty to the Tsar and committed all manner of unspeakable atrocities in his name. But none of them became heroic spirits. As Goldoff surmised, they are familiars belonging to Ivan the Terrible. Did he make them with his noble phantasm? Those are certainly the two most likely possibilities. The terror the Opushniki wrought swept throughout all of Russia, after all. It is quite possible that creating them could have become a skill or even noble phantasm he possesses. And if the Opushniki are still terrorizing all of Russia, does that mean Ivan the Terrible is the servant responsible for the attack on Chaldea? Alright, he isn't a servant, he's flesh and blood just like Nero was. Nonetheless, we have far too few options available to us at this point. As such, our first order of business should be securing a ley line. Well, as luck would have it, I detected something that looked an awful lot like a ley line back when Dr. Yeager and Mosh were making their escape with Pesci. Unfortunately, it is quite a ways from your current position, It'll be extremely risky for you two to head there alone. Well then, just have that fur freak take you there. He's already done so for us. So much for us. There has to be something in it for Petscree. We don't have time to think about what that thing may stand to gain. The moment these creatures combine themselves with demonic beasts, they cease to be human. Either way, we should wait for Petscree to come back. We may not be able to convince him to take us, but maybe he'll at least tell us about a safe spot, a safe path. Looks like I found myself a real bunch of weirdos. I'd only ever heard about the old species in legends. Seeing how weak they are in person, it's a wonder they survived as long as they did. I guess technically they're our ancestors. Maybe that's why I never thought to eat them. I can always leave them to fend for themselves if they don't have anything to offer, but it looks like they know a whole bunch of good hunting grounds. And more than anything, they're new. I've never seen anything like them before in my life. Most Yaga wouldn't be comfortable with that, but oddly enough, it doesn't bother me at all. I know it's things like that put me at odds with the other Yaga. Oftentimes I find myself asking myself questions like, why do we have to be strong? Why is it wrong to be weak? And why are we always starving for something, never feeling satisfied? Whenever anyone hears me, they just laugh. They tell me I'm a fool and ask why would I waste my time thinking about meaningless crap. I know it's meaningless just as much as anyone. I wish I could stop myself from thinking about these things too, but... Petscree, hey Petscree. What is it? Are you going hunting? So what if I am? Sorry, but those hunting grounds belong to the town. Why do you think I only hunt the strays? Those stray demonic beasts belong to the town too. Not that any are straying off anyway, since that spot's been closed down. Is that so? Fine, I'll just have to find somewhere else to hunt, won't I? I glared at the jackass as I turned around and headed off in the opposite direction from the set-off hunting grounds. It's not just him, the other Yaga are all keeping their eyes on me too, making sure I don't mess up their territory. Some demonic beasts are easier to hunt than others. The Kurchat tend to be on the harder side since they keep caught in reinforcements until you're overwhelmed, but there are some places it's manageable, like say a ravine that leads to a dead end. Somewhere the other Kurchat couldn't hear their pack's cries for help. The Yaga have taken advantage of that and set up hunting grounds that make it easy to harvest demonic beasts. It may not compare to what I hear the old tales were like when they used to breed a domestic beast to farm for everyone to eat. But nowadays, hunting grounds like that where you can hunt in safety and rest easily knowing the beasts will multiply again over time are lifelines for us. Which is why it only takes getting labeled as a weakling once for everything to go south. It doesn't take long for a Yaga to die if we don't get enough to eat, and this town is ruthless about seeing the runt of the litter cut loose. The whole town makes it a point to eliminate nearby villages, curry favor with the SARS and no towel to the OP sneaky. They know about the Yaga's ironclad law, only the strong may eat and miraculously use it against us. Maliciously use it against us. I know I'm skating on thin ice myself, but there's nothing I can do about it. I can't defy the SARS. I've got no choice but to run from the OP sneaky. But if these humans I met really are mages and they really do end up saving the world, maybe that'll help this constant ache in my chest go away even a little. Of course, I still don't know if I can even trust them. Well, I'll be damned. I can't remember the last time I killed this many. With a haul like this, I can still escape by even after they pick me clean for taxes. Scrape by. Petscree, What is it? You're looking flushed today, aren't you? This is about my taxes, right? Here, take it. Yep, that takes care of you. But what about your mother's taxes? Hey, it's no far off my snout. Your old lady's not pulling her weight anymore anyway. And you know as well as I do that this town doesn't need any Yaga who can't hunt. Honestly, I don't even know why you bother paying her share. It doesn't make a damn lick of sense. None of your business. Here, there's my mother's share. This town has no use for my mother anymore. She's well aware of that, so all she does now is wait around to die. Waiting for the time when she finally starves to death. Who is it? Here's some meat. I'll just leave it here. Oh, thank you. I don't know how I can repay you. Don't worry about it. My husband and son will be home soon. Why do you stay and eat with us? No thanks. She doesn't even recognize my face anymore. They say it happens a lot once a Yaga gets up there in age. They say their memories get fuzzy, so they start clinging to them more and more until they end up living the rest of their lives in a fantasy world. There's no point in keeping my mother alive anymore. I should just let her die and become one with the earth. It's not like she'll be any help to me while she's still kicking. Only the strong have a right to eat, and she hasn't been strong for a long time. So then, why do I keep helping her like this? I'm back. Your info was good. Brought in my biggest haul in ages. Hard to believe there was that good a hunting spot right near the town that nobody ever noticed before. Thanks to your tip, I still got a bunch left over even after paying my taxes. Though I did get a few snide remarks about my haul. Snide remarks? It's a long story. Never mind that. What other hunting grounds you got for me? Hurry up and tell me so I can go check it out. Gotta hunt while I still got the energy. Of course. Very well. Then I imagine you may not have much of a response to this next question, but I must ask nonetheless. What can you tell us about that mysterious tree? If anything, I was hoping you guys would tell me that. What the hell is that thing? Do you remember when it first appeared? About 3 months ago, I'd say. Everyone was all excited when it first showed up, saying it was a miracle the stars performed for us, but it never actually gave us anything useful. The Upajniki don't react to it either, so all I really know is that it's just a big damn tree. Are we done now? Cause I want to check out those other hunting grounds a while. Just a moment. Now that we know the full extent of the situation, I'm afraid that information was insufficient. Oh, come on. I don't have anything else I can trade you. Unless you're after my gun and you can have that over my dead body. No, it's not that. We want a kite. A kite? All you have to do is collect some materials. I can tell you what we need right now if you'd like. Now that I have a clearer picture of your people's technological and cultural progress, I am quite certain you should have little trouble finding them. Alright, as long as I don't have to leave town. Thank you. I commend your decisiveness. Good show, Paxi. What do you want with a kite, Holmes? Shouldn't we have traded for food first? The pudgy one is right. It's been too long since I've had a decent cut of roast beef. Not at all. Food's crucial too, of course, but as they say, safety first. This is what you're going for, right, Holmes? Indeed. It will require a bit of brute strength, but we will be taking a page from Ben Jonson Franklin's book. I see where you're going with this, so you want to connect it to the briefcase. I do. What are you guys talking about? Wait, are you trying to generate power? Precisely. If you are to summon servants again, you will need that spirit origin briefcase power and a ley line. That's barbaric. Why? It's downright primitive. If not at all. That briefcase was originally designed to be useful even in eras without electricity. All Dante Yeager needs to do is make use of it to draw a summoning circle on a ley line and wait for a single bolt of lightning to strike. Man, I really am a genius, aren't I? I doubt there's anyone else in all of history who would have made the summoning system this streamlined. Being me is so awesome. Alright, so when is the next thunderstorm? Our forecast says tomorrow. Suffice to say, nighttime is not on our side. I'm afraid we must get this kite ready to fly before the end of the day. Now then, Mr. Dante, have you ever made a kite before? Yes, technically. Excellent. Now is the time to put that knowledge to use. Here you go. They were real easy to find. Now, are you going to tell me about those hunting grounds? Of course I am. Pleased to make an equable trade. This one's far. Probably take me a day to get there. Alright, you guys stay put. Don't go outside and don't eat anything besides the food I gave you. See ya. Good luck. Man, it feels weird getting a send-off. Alright then, now it's time for arts and crafts. Remember, without this kite, you will not be able to summon servants. It is no exaggeration to say that the very fate of the world hinges upon this kite. This may be the most important art and craft project in the history of mankind. No pressure. No, not that one. That one. You are supposed to cut that one. No, not there. This is so frustrating. I'm sorry, Da Vinci, but it's not always easy to understand what you mean. No, not there. How is that kite supposed to fly if you cut that? No, that's correct. The next cut needs to be on the opposite side. Really? I never knew there was so much to kite making. I always thought you just stuck some poles to fabric like a tent and the whole thing just flies. There's some water, senpai. Hey, just relax and take it nice and easy. I have to say though, this is kind of fun. I only hope it ends with flying well. I can bend the wire we're using for the kite's frame, senpai. I am a demi-servant after all. Don't be silly. In your normal form, you're even weaker than Dante Yeager is. Okay, I'm going to actually stop this here because I actually have to get ready for work. So, yeah, when we come back, we will be right here. So, luckily, I'll have this saved. So, come back. So, this has been Hunter the Ray Dragon. I will